The council chamber of the Outer Fleet thrummed with uneasy silence as towering commanders gathered around a glowing table displaying the aftermath of the recent clash with humanity. Part 2 of the unfolding tale brought more questions than answers. As the alien leaders attempted to understand how a species so small and chaotic continued to disrupt their grand strategies, the recording of strange maneuvers and absurd battlefield behavior were played before them, causing ripples of disbelief across the chamber, each commander shifting in armored seats, wondering how laughter and disorder could coexist with lethal precision. Overseer Tal moved closer to the display, his eyes narrowing at the footage, showing humans dancing through smoke clouds. While their vehicles blasted loud rhythms across the field, the scene looked like a festival rather than war. Yet enemy formations collapsed under the unexpected confusion created by those bizarre theatrics. Tal demanded analysis from his aides, who struggled to translate the meaning behind what appeared to be jokes and pranks used as tactical weapons. The commanders felt insulted yet deeply unsettled by the effectiveness of such absurd approaches. The strategist named Ryle stepped forward, presenting a report detailing how human squads intentionally spread false rumors among their own ranks, creating layers of misinformation that confused even their enemies. This method caused opposing units to hesitate while trying to interpret unpredictable signals. Ryle explained that humans seemed to thrive in chaos, using humor as a shield and distraction, which allowed them to adapt faster than rigid systems ever could. Several commanders exchanged uneasy glances, realizing that traditional doctrine failed to counter such freeform ingenuity. Another clip showed humans deploying inflatable decoys, shaped like legendary creatures from their folklore, drawing entire battalions away from key positions. While a smaller force slipped through unnoticed, the alien officers stared in shock at the creativity displayed. Tal clenched his fists, recognizing that humans turned imagination into a weapon. Their ability to blend storytelling with warfare created illusions more powerful than any cloaking technology. The commanders murmured among themselves, questioning how such playful minds produce such dangerous results. As the meeting continued, the council reviewed intercepted human transmissions, filled with jokes and exaggerated bravado. These messages confused translation algorithms and misled enemy scouts. Ryle explained that humor served as a coded language, enabling coordination without clear directives. The commanders struggled to grasp why a species would laugh in the face of destruction, yet that laughter forged unity and resilience within their ranks, each jest masking a strategic cue that shifted the flow of battle. Tal ordered a deeper psychological study, revealing that humans use comedy to maintain morale under pressure, turning fear into fuel. Their commanders realized that this emotional flexibility allowed rapid recovery from losses, while other species faltered in despair. Humans transformed setbacks into stories that motivated continued resistance. The council felt a growing respect mixed with dread, understanding that humor itself had become a form of armor, impossible to pierce with conventional tactics. Next segment depicted humans constructing fake surrender scenarios only to burst into synchronized routines that disoriented opponents long enough for reinforcements to arrive. The alien leaders recoiled at the audacity, yet could not deny the precision behind the chaos. Every movement timed, every joke calculated. Tal realized that unpredictability was their greatest strength, forcing enemies to constantly guess what would happen next, leaving no room for rigid planning. Ryle suggested that human culture prized adaptability above hierarchy, encouraging individuals to improvise solutions on the spot. This decentralized creativity allowed rapid innovation during conflict. While other civilizations relied on strict chains of command, the council debated whether such freedom was a weakness or an unparalleled advantage. Evidence pointed to the latter, as human forces repeatedly outmaneuvered larger fleets through unconventional strategies that defied logic. Though chamber dimmed as a final recording played, showing humans celebrating victory with music and shared stories honoring both triumphs and losses. The scene radiated camaraderie that transcended fear. Tal felt an unfamiliar emotion stirring within, recognizing that joy itself powered their resilience. The commanders sat in silence, contemplating a foe whose strength lay not in weapons alone, but in spirit and imagination. Al concluded that to face humanity they must rethink their own doctrines, embracing flexibility and creativity. Though none could fully mimic the chaotic brilliance displayed, the council resolved to observe rather than confront, directly, understanding that force alone could not suppress a culture that weaponized laughter. The meeting ended with a sense of awe as the commanders realized they had encountered a species that redefined warfare. Through humor and heart, news of the council decision spread across the outer fleet, inspiring cautious curiosity among soldiers who had once dismissed humans as primitive. Some began studying human entertainment, attempting to decode the layers of meaning behind jokes and songs. They discovered that each story carried lessons of survival and unity, fostering a new perspective on what it meant to endure diversity. The fleet slowly shifted its stance from hostility toward cautious respect. Meanwhile, human forces continued their campaigns, unaware of the impact their antics had within enemy halls. They simply followed traditions of creativity and shared joy, believing that laughter kept hope alive in dark times. Their commanders encouraged playful experimentation, knowing that innovation emerged from freedom. Every unexpected tactic served as a reminder that imagination could shape destiny. The outer fleet observed more encounters, noting that humans often improvised tools from scraps, turning ordinary objects into devices that confounded expectations. This resourcefulness stemmed from a mindset that saw opportunity in limitation. Commanders realized that humans thrived precisely because they refused to accept boundaries imposed by circumstance, choosing instead to rewrite rules through cleverness. Ral prepared a final summary emphasizing that humor functioned as a bridge connecting individuals, strengthening cooperation across diverse groups. Humans rallied around shared stories that celebrated resilience. This emotional bond translated into unwavering determination on the battlefield, making them formidable despite technological gaps. The council acknowledged that underestimating such spirit would be their greatest mistake. Gazed at the stars, contemplating a future shaped by this newfound understanding. Perhaps coexistence was possible if respect replaced fear. He recognized that humor revealed a deeper truth about humanity, that joy could persist even amid destruction, offering a model for resilience that transcended species boundaries. The council adjourned, carrying a lesson that would echo through generations. Far from the council chamber, humans gathered around campfires, sharing tales of absurd victories and narrow escapes, unaware that their stories resonated across galaxies. Their laughter echoed into the night, a testament to endurance and creativity. Forging bonds that no force could sever, they marched onward, guided by hope and humor, carving their place among the stars. As time passed, the outer fleet adopted subtle changes, encouraging flexibility and open communication, inspired by human methods. Though humor felt foreign, they learned to value morale and creativity, discovering that adaptability strengthened their own ranks. The legacy of those strange encounters reshaped interstellar relations, opening paths toward mutual understanding. In the end, the tale of funny human war tactics became legend, reminding all civilizations that ingenuity often emerges from joy and that laughter can disarm fear. The galaxy would remember this lesson long after battles faded into history, honoring a species that turned humor into a beacon of resilience and unity. The story spread through archives, inspiring future generations to seek creativity in adversity, proving that even in the vast cold of space, warmth could be found in shared laughter, guiding countless souls toward hope.